there, beautiful brown girl family.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. I am so excited to
Yes.
be here.
Got some cool stuff to I won't steal your thunder. Yes, we're excited to be here. I am excited to be here. I just can't wait for you to share the news. Although I did try to tune into your. Never mind. You guys know I can talk. So
okay, I'll make sure I say all of that because as you're trying to do that. So hey, beautifuls, we see y'all getting in here. Get on in, honey. Tag your friends. We see Yolanda is here, honey, from Atlanta. Irma is here. Fi is here. Gina is here, honey. They are coming in. Listen, we are so amped for tonight's show. We have some really, really, really awesome things to talk about. So go ahead and if you have not done so already, make sure that you introduce yourself in the comments, that you let us know where you are watching from, and go ahead and tag all your friends. Okay, not just some of them, tag them
all of them.
Okay. Every last one of them. Just tag them all. Tell them to come over here. Come to hang out with us here when we're having this conversation. We've got so much to share. So I'm going to pause for just a moment so that I can actually share on my social because I want my people to come over here too. Y'all go ahead and do the same thing. Share the broadcast on your page as well.
Good call out.
And grab you something to drink, honey, if y'all don't have something yet. I don't have anything to drink because I didn't go to the store, but it's okay. Like,
I want to know what the shopping experience is like for you.
Okay, I'll share that as well.
Okay.
It's been well. I'll share that without saying what I'm going to say in just a moment. It's fairly normal, right? I found the Walmart of sorts. There is actually a Walmart here, but I didn't find the actual Walmart, but I found like a Walmart type situation. And yeah, I got what I needed. Yesterday I had to go and get an extension cord so that my Fire Stick worked.
Oh, is it the 3-prong type of an extension cord? You have to be
same type of extension cord and everything. Yep. Okay. So that hasn't been a transition at all. And yeah, other than that, it's been pretty normal.
Why are we? I feel like we're talking in codes.
We are talking in codes. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh wait, I didn't share yet. Hold on. Let me get a grab something to
they're like, what the heck y'all talking about?
I know, right? They're like, why would it be weird for her to go to the store? Okay, all right. Mission accomplished. I shared on my page. Okay, we see y'all getting in here. Let's do these shout outs. Oh, I forgot to say, if this is your very first time hanging out with us on Conversations, we need to know that too, okay? Because we love to celebrate our first timers. So if this is your very first time hanging out, make sure you drop that into the comments as well. We see y'all getting in here. We see you tagging people. We see you sharing the broadcast. We absolutely appreciate it. I see you, Adriana. The people are ready to hear the information. Okay, so let's do our official welcome so that we can go ahead and get into the thing. So
let's do it.
Welcome to Conversations. This is our virtual platform where we talk about all things brown girl related. We are here to connect you to other like-minded women and give you a platform to share your voice in the conversations that matter to us and those we care about. We want to make sure that you follow Beautiful Brown Girls and follow us individually as we take this journey through life. My name is Kimberland, and I am coming to you all from, is there a drum roll? Mexico!
¿Cómo estás usted?
Oh my gosh, muy bien. Oh my goodness. I moved to Mexico, y'all, on Saturday. So I am coming to you all from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. It has been absolutely phenomenal. The people are giving the air. That's what I should have had, a sound effect. Wait, I might have one on my phone. Hold on. Okay. Maybe I might have one. Okay. I'm gonna find it in a second. But yes, so I moved to Playa del Carmen. So Sab was asking about some of the things, what it's been like. It was so crazy getting here. Y'all will have to go watch my IG over on Minding My Black Ass Business. That's where I'm gonna vlog my journey and what it looks like to be here and what my experience is like and all of that. But it's been amazing thus far. I feel free, I'm happy, I'm peaceful,
Good.
I'm excited, like okay. Yeah, so Sab, tell the people where you are.
Yes.
What's going on with you?
Yes, I am still in. I need to stop talking about Texas like that. I am in Dallas. My name is Sabrina Sab Jackson. For those of you who are joining for the first time, I reside in the interesting state of Texas, cool state of Dallas. I am one of your co-hosts today. This evening, I am a marketing professional. I'm a forever student. I'm a podcast host. I'm the daughter of Barbara. I'm the sister of Maria, the sister of Tawana, God rest her soul, and sister of Sybil. And I am on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm excited to be here with you, but in terms of just how I'm feeling, you know what? I'm lying. I'm always excited to come to you guys. I swear, when she hits that live button, I'm just like, I'm on. I am on, and I'm excited to be here. So welcome to you guys.
Yes. So I'm kind of trying to scroll back through to find our first timers.
So
looks like we have Francine, who is a first timer here with us. We also have Whitney, who is a first timer, and Tawana is here for the first time. Tiffany is here for the first. Oh my gosh, so many! Vivian is here for the first time. Let's see. We're gonna do y'all all together. Once I see if that's everybody. Oh my gosh, I think it is. Wait, one more. Diana is a first timer. So we love to give our first timer. And Lonnie, oh my gosh, we love to give you all.
That's a pretty name. Everybody got pretty.
Spirit fingers for all our first timers. Camille, we see you, boo. You are here. And Tamika is here for the first time. OMG. Wow. Dear Love is here for the first time. CD. Oh my God.
Welcome.
Yay! So excited. Hey, first timers. Tasha's here for the first time. First timers, will you tell us in the comments how you found out about Brownversation? That would be so awesome and helpful for us. So drop that into the comments. And while you all do that, we do have some announcements, y'all. We got so much stuff to talk about. So we're gonna try our hardest to keep it together. As you can tell, I am so excited to be here and be sharing. But we do have some announcements that we want to share with you all to make sure that you are in the know, especially for our first timers. So one of the things that you see scrolling down there is our address to our VIP space, our members network. This is a place where we are free from the algorithm and all the things that try to hold a brown girl down, honey, out here in these streets. Okay, I know y'all heard about the Facebook and experience the Facebook and IG outage the other day. This is our place where we ain't going down, okay? Because we ain't on there, all right? So definitely want to invite you to get the VIP experience over on members.beautifulbrowngirls.com. It's in the comments. You can click on it, and there are so many benefits to being a part of our VIP group. You are able to get discounts. You get first information about things. We also have other exclusive things like our book club and different classes that you can take and different types of circles that you can be invited to. So it's really amazing, and it's like $25 for the month, y'all. Like, come on, that is just amazing. So okay, wait, let me focus. Let me get our. There we go. Where's our stop? Okay, so we also have some other announcements. And again, thank you to the first timers who are dropping everything into the comments of how you even found out about us. What we want to let you know is that we actually have a crowdfunding campaign that is going on right now. As we know, this past year has shown us that genuine friendships, personal growth, community is necessary more than ever before. So we really are wanting to be intentional about bringing sisterhood to the fingertips of every single Black and brown woman of color and really help us to keep our doors open. So we're asking for your help. right? We have a crowdfunding campaign that we are launching, and if we don't reach our goal, it's kind of getting to the point where we might have to close our doors because there are so many things that are going on. So
We're
our goal
not
is to
closing our
raise
doors, but maybe just like price shifts, things change.
and scaling back like a
Yeah.
whole lot. Like it's really at that point. But we have some really big dreams, y'all, here at Beautiful Brown Girls.
Yeah.
And those of you, our OGs that have been with us for a while, go ahead and drop OG in the comments, right? Because you all know, like for instance, I started with Beautiful Brown Girls about 3-4 years ago, and we only had 20,000 members, right? And now we have like over 55,000 members. And like, oh my gosh, that is just that growth in that time, right? So there's so many people. Look at the OGs shouting y'all out. We see y'all, Irma, Jennifer, Jackie,
Hey, Irma. Hey, Jennifer. I love it.
OGs in the comments. But a lot of us, you know, really, we really want to reach every single brown girl that we can. So to do that, we're trying to raise money. So we want to raise $60,000 to fund the development of our own app, right? So I just told you we have our VIP space, but we no longer want to be subjected to all of the things that are happening out here in other social spaces. So we really want to develop our own app and raise seed money to keep our doors open and keep our services affordable for Black women. So your membership helps to do that. Your donations help to do that. And that's why we're coming to you. So there are a few things that you can do in order to help us. So one is you can share. You can share our campaign on social media. And really, when you share that, there are links where you can download the graphics. You can create posts. There are hashtags that are there for you. So we try to make it really, really easy. If you go to our website, beautifulbrowngirls.com, you can simply search crowdfunding and it'll bring up everything for you there. So you'll see what looks like this. And it'll just show you, and then you can just click right there. And it gives you a little history about who we are, what we've done, how long we've been in existence. So it really gives all of you an opportunity to help us as we help each other and do everything that we can for our beautiful brown girl family. So you can do that. You can also direct people directly to the landing page. So our crowdfunding is through I Fund Women. So you can direct people to that address. And that's on the screen. And y'all, as you'll see this, like screenshot it so that you'll have it to refer back to. So you can do that. And then you tag us at Beautiful Brown Girls on Facebook or at Beautifully Shaded on Instagram. Now, there may also be people, so quite a few of you said that you found us from meetups. So there might be people that aren't necessarily on Facebook. They might be taking a break. You know, we do like social sabbaticals and things of that nature. So you're also able to just email the link to the landing page directly to them, and they can get it that way. Okay. So that it. Oh, I forgot the best part, girl.
What?
If you donate, oh wait, two things. I forgot two things. One is we're looking for testimonials, y'all. So there are many of us that we can really attest to the fact that Beautiful Brown Girls has changed our lives.
I got one.
You got what?
I got one. I got a testimonial. So continue. I'll let you go.
Okay. See, Sab has a testimonial. I definitely have a testimonial. Many of you out there have testimonials. You found best friends at Beautiful Brown Girls. You found like-minded people. You found people that are like, this is my tribe here at Beautiful Brown Girls. So we're looking for you to submit testimonials. So if you're looking to submit a testimonial, we have the link up there as well.
Yes, screenshot it.
Again, screenshot it. So you'll have that, okay? So you can submit the testimonials. And then the last thing I was going to say that I had almost forgot was when you donate, you can receive a reward for donating. And your reward is a BBG t-shirt.
Oh, yay! Yay!
I have on one. Sam has on one.
I like to model every once in a while.
Okay. Okay, so when you donate, you get a T-shirt, right?
Yes.
And then you get to rep BBG while you out in these streets. BBG, what? Okay. So you get to rep Beautiful Brown Girls. We want to make sure that we are giving you something, right, for your donation. So that is that. Okay. So I see that in the comments, and again, click the link, screenshot it. We'll put it up one more time for you all to get to the crowdfunding page. And again, go to beautifulbrowngirls.com, search crowdfunding. It'll take you right there. Okay.
Yes.
That's the easiest way. Again, shout out to all the OGs and the new Gs in the comments, because we got some new people here with us. One more thing. Some of you may not have a Beautiful Brown Girls chapter in your area, right? So for instance, I'm in Mexico. There is not yet a Beautiful Brown Girls chapter here.
Not
Keyword
yet.
Okay. But for those of you who may be looking to organize a chapter in your area, we want you to make sure that you reach out to us and let us know that you want to have a chapter in your area. So you can do that a couple ways. You can do that by going to emailing us at beautifulbrowngirls@gmail.com. Or you can go to our website, beautifulbrowngirls.com, and look for Brunch Club. So let me show you what that looks like. Trying to get these pictures together here, y'all. Okay, there you go. So when you go to the website, up here at the top, you'll see where it says Brunch Club. And then that way you can also start a chapter in your area if you're feeling called to do that. And we just dropped it in the comments.
That's exactly what I did. I joined Beautiful Brown Girls back in 2013, and I started the inaugural Dallas chapter here. And I initially started hosting the brunches. I was looking for a place to connect with other women who looked like me. And right now the chapter is like the meetup group is like 3,700 women strong. And I do that totally. But that just speaks to the testament of what this community is about and all the women who are wanting to connect. And I've met some amazing women. I'm still friends with Hawaiian. Shout out to Hawaiian, who lives in Tokyo, by the way, who we have a Tokyo chapter, by the way. So we implore you to share with your community, donate if you can, because this is just a wonderful community that has poured so much into me. Even when I was going through it, this community has poured so much into me. So we need your help. We love your help. If you want to keep
we appreciate y'all in advance. Okay, in advance. Every dollar matters, right? So don't feel like anything is too small. So one more announcement. Some of you all may have been off of work today or not, but today is National Indigenous Peoples Day. And we're hoping that you have celebrated in a way of really honoring the fact that there were people here in 1492 when someone got lost on their way to find spices. There were people here that were thriving, people that had technology and were doing amazing things and all types of inventions, and embraced the colonizers that came in. And then they tried to erase every piece of their culture. So we are celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day today, and really honoring, again, the fact that there were people here. There were people here. Okay. So hopefully you have seen some amazing things that have happened. And I also think take some time to find out information about Indigenous people. A lot of you all that live probably up in like the Pacific Northwest, and also like the Arizona, what's that, the Southwest area, you all are probably very familiar with Indigenous people and their culture, but some of us are not, right? So if you're kind of like, what is that? Take this opportunity to learn some more about Indigenous people and what they have done in order to contribute to this world. So on October 8th, President Biden signed a proclamation and he declared October 11th to be a national holiday. And again, that is Indigenous Peoples Day. So wanted to see. Lakia says she worked a half day in honor of her Choctaw.
Oh, nice. Well, thanks for sharing that.
How about that? Okay. So, all right. So we definitely have, I keep saying we got so much that we want to talk about, but we've got some new releases that we need to share with folks. So let's jump into it.
Whew. All right. So Swagger. It's a new trailer for Swagger that just dropped. So Swagger is inspired by Kevin Durant, the basketball player. For those of you who don't know, I don't want to assume that you don't know, but like, I'm not the basketball person. But it's inspired by Kevin Durant's youth basketball experiences, and it explores the world of youth basketball players, their families, and coaches who walk the fine line between dreams, ambition, opportunism, and corruption. And off the court, the show reveals what it's like to grow up in America through the Black experience. Will you be tuning into this? Have you guys heard of it? Kimberland, have you heard of it?
So we actually have the trailer. So I want to show the trailer like really quickly. And then we'd love to hear what you all think. So here.
All right, let's do it.
If y'all want to win this, we got to go get it.
They told me to follow my dreams.
No way I'm not gonna make it. Right, Coach?
Heart of a lion, fire inside me, blaze like a siren. Get loud for me.
Can't afford to lose, Coach.
Get loud for me.
How about we stop playing not to lose?
Get loud for me.
Start playing to win.
Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me.
So Apple TV, okay. Apple TV, October 29. Will you be tuning in?
I'm here for it. I don't have Apple TV, but
if they want to send a link to watch it, Apple TV.
Yeah, but it looks really good. Like the trailer looks really good to me. I love that they are bringing in some of the social issues that happen in our Black and brown world. I'm not necessarily a basketball person, but I do think I would find a way to watch this. Like it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll support it stream-wise if you guys need my support, but like I'm probably so similar to Kimberland. I'm not like a big, huge basketball fan, but you know what I'll do? If you give me the screener, I'll turn it on and I'll walk away just so you can get
that you can support. And
but it's not that I don't want to. I just want them to get the credit.
Yeah. Somebody asked if that was Ice Cube's son, and it is. So that if that is something that interests you, that might be another reason to check it out, right? So when does it come out again, Sab?
October 29th on Apple TV.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll see what that looks like. Do y'all remember this light-eyed brother right here?
Let me squint. Yes.
I used to.
That handsome doesn't.
Let me make it full screen so y'all can see. This is a blast from the past.
He looks better now than he still looks very handsome. I mean, geez.
And this is
he's aging gracefully, is what
you see. This brother, child, honey, okay, honey.
Who is that, Kimberland? For those of you
that is
who are tuning in.
Donnie Simpson, honey. Okay. He is reviving Video Soul.
Video Soul? Is that how they say it?
Video Soul used to be on BET. Him and what's the lady name? Sherry Shepherd, I think, was her name that was on there. I used to watch Video Soul religiously.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah, I loved it. But he released a video on Twitter and shared the news that Video Soul is set to return. It's going to be
Nice.
on. It's going to be on Tubi, which is a free video streaming service.
Mhm.
And he posted that the first 6 episodes are now dubbed Donnie Simpson's Video Soul. So they're like branding it for him. So it doesn't include music videos right now, but there are lots of interviews with people like Keith Sweat, Tweet, Jazzy
Mhm.
Faye,
Mhm.
Young Jock, the Fugees, even Lecrae. So yeah, if y'all here for no, it's not Jennifer say it's on BT. No, it's not on BT, it's on Tubi. So if y'all just want to
BET
do a
on
little
Tubi.
flashback, go ahead on and check out Uncle
Yeah.
Donnie here on Zaddy Donnie. Okay.
My challenge here with this, Kimberland, is like BET has a streaming service. So why
Well,
not use?
maybe
I mean,
BET
this is just a
didn't cut the
rhetorical question,
check.
huh?
Maybe they didn't cut the check.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You know,
Um,
you got to go where the money at. Okay.
you're right. But I'm hoping that at some point BET does you streamline it to BET. And a
Yeah.
couple things for me, like no videos, Video Soul. I get it. You're trying to evolve with the times, and because videos aren't even a thing anymore, they're all online. But I still want to see videos. I want to relive that nostalgia. I don't want to watch 5 minutes worth of video, a five
You
minute
want to watch
video.
the old videos or you want to watch new videos?
The old, yeah, the
Oh,
old.
oh,
Um,
let me tell you something that about these old videos. I don't know what we thought we were seeing back in the day, but
what?
if you ever go back and watch stuff that we used to watch back in the day, like in the 90s, we wasn't seeing nothing in comparison to how we see now. We wasn't seeing nothing. Okay, so I don't even know what it would look like. We'd be all sitting there like this. Who is that? Right? So
A lot
yeah,
of
but
dead skips.
interesting. We'll keep it posted. I
Yeah.
mean, keep looking out to see what this looks like here on Video Soul with Zaddy Donnie.
Zaddy.
Okay.
Zaddy. All right. So, all right. So this next one, The Harder They Fall, starring Regina King, Idris Elba, produced by I don't want to say yours truly, by Sean Jay-Z Carter. So the synopsis of this one is this is set to be released on October 22nd. It's a Western film about one man gunning for revenge. Outlaw Nat saddles up with his gang to take down enemy Rufus Buck, a ruthless crime boss who just sprung from prison. The film is set to have a limited theatrical release, and then it'll be coming available to watch on the streaming service Netflix on November 3rd. So it's limited release on October 22nd, and then it'll be released on November 3rd on Netflix. Also, in the same vein, like Black Hollywood understood the assignment when it came to like the London Film Festival premiere and the red carpet and their fits and their outfits, because I just saw on my timeline all of the outfits that were there, that all of the outfits that were displayed on the red carpet from the Harder They Fall premiere. So we always understand the assignment when it comes to our fits, our music, all of that stuff. So especially our fits. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Yeah,
I'm laughing at the people in the comments, girl. They like Idris, honey, Idris. Like they are here for Idris. Yeah, I definitely think I'll be checking this out. And I love Regina King. Like she is so just classic beauty to me. So I love the stuff that she does. So
Little
I'm
Brenda.
definitely here for it. Okay.
All right. So next we have, speaking of Regina King, some good news. So Regina King, Oscar-winning actress Regina King, is teaming up with Wells Fargo to advance financial literacy in Black communities through Collab. It's spelled KOLLAB, and they are a Los Angeles-based results-driven program that exposes underserved kids to career opportunities. So King is teaming up with Wells Fargo to advance economic well-being in Black communities. And she quotes and says, as a mom born and raised in LA, I'm especially attracted to causes that address the need to identify youth's potential, that encourage financial health and equitable exposure to professional careers, said King. And she said, in addition to Wells Fargo's expansive support of youth across the country, I'm proud to announce along with them today an additional 1 million donation to inspire more Black participants to join in Collab. It's spelled KOLLAB. So Wells Fargo pledged 1 million, Regina pledged 1 million, to donated 1 million to inspire more Black participants to join Collab, spelled KOLLAB.
I love this.
However, I'm sorry, guys, I have to put it out there. Wells Fargo, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, and I'll be really quick. Wells Fargo, while I love what Regina is doing, and I mentioned this because while what they are doing is a bridge for parity for Black communities, Wells Fargo is one of those problematic organizations, companies, corporate culture, because they bleed. The point that I'm making is I just implore people in our community to bank smart. And I say that because Wells Fargo in 2020 agreed to pay a $3 billion fine to settle a lawsuit to revolve criminal prosecution. Wells Fargo's, remember, we talked about this on the episode before, that Wells Fargo's chief executive officer apologized for making disparaging comments about blaming the lack of Black employees at the bank on a limited talent pool. And then also last year, Wells Fargo, at least 7 Black female senior executives have left Wells Fargo, depleting the pipeline of Black women executives of color at the bank. And 2 people with direct knowledge of the matter during the time said the bank's culture around race and gender was a factor in why some of those Black women left. And I apologize for starting like that. But I also, again, I just implore all of us to bank smart. Your mortgages, your car payments. This is a problematic organization. And while I love what Regina is doing, I
wonder if they're trying to like turn their image around.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate this. Like, as you were talking, I was like, yes, like as a young person, I wish I would have had like financial advice and, stuff to be able to know how to manage my money. Like when I went away to college and all that kind of stuff. Like, it kind of makes me, yay, Regina, but now I got like sad. Because
it just kept coming these past couple of years. I'm like, damn, Wells Fargo, but it's great. And I support Regina and I support what she's doing. And you make a great point. Like, we wish we had those things at our age. But speaking of which, do you wish you would have learned something sooner when it came to like financial advice? Is there something that we all wish we would have learned a little bit sooner? I know for me,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, it's never too late, like investing, diversification. And I know we hear about investing and having a diverse portfolio, but that's not a thing. Having a diverse portfolio isn't a good thing. And I learned that that's not a good thing. And that's a psychological decision. It's not a smart investing decision. It does not help your investing performance, I've learned. So learning about investing a little bit more, especially like diversify your portfolio. That's not a thing. It is not a thing. What about
I wish I would have learned about credit, right? And credit scores. I did not. My mother used to talk to me about like having savings accounts and things of that nature, but not really about credit. So I wish I would have learned how credit scores work. How to not ruin your credit, and the fact that you actually need to pay these people back, like all of that which seems so right? But I just didn't know. So I remember when my brother went to college, I was like telling him, don't go up in there and get all them credit cards because they're giving you some free pizza. Like, don't do it. So I wish I would have learned that. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that this is going to wind up. Hopefully they are turning their lives around at Wells Fargo and doing something positive. But when you talk about like some of the financial decisions that were made, it immediately made me think about this next story, which is about this dang blasted student loan shop. listen to me. I wish somebody would have talked to me about that. Okay. Because, girl, so we got word that Navient, which is the largest student loan company in the country, is announcing plans to end its loan service. So they currently have 12 billion borrowers. It's and they're the third company to announce plans to end their contract. So now all Navient loans are going to be transferred to a company called Maximus. And you know, I forget who we were with before we were with Navient.
Me too.
But Navient was tapping out. They like, we done with it, right? So it is very interesting in what is happening, I wonder, behind the scenes with all of this. But we did get some updates from the Biden administration about some of the things that they are doing with student loan forgiveness. And some of you all may fall into these categories. So we want to be really intentional about making sure that we mention things. So there has been, within the last week, the Department of Education announced the overhaul of the loan forgiveness program for public service employees. So these are teachers, first responders, nurses, people that serve in that capacity. And it should be able to result in a $1.74 billion immediate debt cancellation for 22,000 public service employees. There are also 27,000 more people who could see once they meet the requirements, that could be an additional 2.82 billion balances that are eliminated. We also found out that the administration has approved more than 11.5 billion in student loan forgiveness. And that includes 7.1 billion canceled for borrowers with total and permanent disability. So if any of you all fall into that category, you need to tap into that. 1.1 billion in forgiveness for former students who officials say were misled by ITT Tech before it went belly up. I don't know if y'all remember those commercials in September 2016, but if you got something from ITT Tech, there's some forgiveness waiting for you. 55.6 million in loan discharges for people who attended 3 other trade schools that misrepresented themselves. 1 billion for additional borrowers who claimed they were defrauded by schools. So also they put, we are in this forbearance period right now. So that is continuing through January. It's continuing through January 31st, 2022. And the interest on those loans are waived. And they've waived student loan interest for 47,000 current and former active duty members of the military. So in spite of that, like, we're still looking for Biden to do more. He had talked about canceling $10,000 for every borrower, but the Democrats in Congress are trying to get him to bump that up to 50,000. So it is good news. Right, we want to make sure. Toya said they closed some accounts in the process. Okay, sis, like, can y'all just lose my account number? I'm over it. But yeah, so definitely check and see if you're one of the people that qualifies for some of those forgivenesses, and then maybe we just need to bombard our Congress people and ask them, you know, to help us out. Okay, help some sisters.
Y'all see Lakia's comment about Navient, their PO box is the same as Sally Mae. Are they all in the same building? I mean, that's what like,
I don't know.
All in the same building. Like, and Sally Mae, you asked earlier what was the loan
that's who it was
servicing company before Navient.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, it was Sally Mae. Totally forget.
Yeah.
So now
wow.
It's Maximus. And
interesting.
That name Maximus sounds very familiar, but I don't want to belabor or digress, but it sounds very familiar.
Y'all check and see if y'all got some forgiveness, okay, out here, and try to tap into getting some of these coins back. Okay.
So hopefully we were able to share some good news for some. But okay, so California Governor Gavin Newsom, and I would just say, like, okay, he signed a bill returning. So we talked about this story back in April, I believe. And this is, so Governor Gavin Newsom signs a bill returning California's Bruce Beach to the descendants of this Black couple who own this land. So he signed a new bill that will return Bruce Beach to the descendants of this Black couple that was driven out by white residents almost over 100 years ago. And the bill is named Senate Bill 796, and it was signed by Newsom at Manhattan Beach. And he was accompanied by the descendants of Willa and Charles Bruce. And I mentioned, we talked about this before back in April, where surrounding the Bruce family in the early 1900s, they had a beach club because the rest of the beach clubs were racist towards Black people, and they were doing really well, right? They were doing really well financially, and the city of Manhattan Beach had used eminent domain to take their property and essentially pay them next to nothing. So back in June, it was passed by the state legislature that the Bruce family, that they will regain their beach property that is currently between the value of 35 and 75 million, as reported by the Insider. And Newsom, he apologized to the family for the horrors that their descendants had endured due to racism. And Governor Newsom said, "What we are doing here today can be done and replicated anywhere else. There's an old adage, once a mind is stretched, it never goes back to its original form." Governor Newsom, as we talked about in previous episodes, was under a recall election. And since he got reelected, this man has been signing bills on bills on bills on bills. Like I'll just try to go over them quickly. He signed a law protecting the California abortion rights. He signed a law that limits the use of productivity quotas by Amazon and other warehouses, essentially protecting workers from injuries and is it indignities? Yes, indignities. He signed a bill requiring feminine products to be provided for free in schools and colleges. He signed a bill, SB 65, which is improving maternal and infant outcomes, especially for families of color, reviewing all pregnancy-related deaths and complications. He signed a bill ending single-family only zoning, helping the housing crisis, signing bills ending single-family only zoning. Okay, and then he signed another law ending the mandatory jail time for nonviolent drug crimes. And he signed, like, y'all see where I'm going with this? Like, he was just like, y'all trying to recall me? F that. I'm about to show you guys what I'm doing. He's trying to earn his keep in California, and he's looking a lot. This is looking a lot less like Texas. Like Texas, we're just all over the place here. And he signed a police reform bill to banish bad cops. So Governor Newsom is doing all the things in California. And I'm like, wow. I'm just like, yeah, it's great. It's really, really great.
I'ma just nod my head and say, okay, we see, we see you, Newsom.
I know. He was just like,
I'm here for it.
Me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
do
next,
it then, brother.
What?
I said, do it then, brother. Shoot. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. Okay. So Queen Latifah from Living Single, we all know and love Queen Latifah. She was told at one point about the Living Single cast that she needed to lose weight. And she was like, she pushed back and was like, we look like real women. So she had partnered with a company called Novo Nordisk, which is a pharmaceutical company, in efforts to change the stigma against obesity. So in an interview with Essence, she talked about regarding the partnership. She discusses a time where her weight was challenged in Hollywood. And she says, quote, I remember I was doing Living Single. The word came down that we needed to lose weight. And I was like, what? And now, mind you, we have the #1 show among Black and Latino Latinx audiences at the time. We have a hit show, and you're telling us that we need to lose weight, telling us exactly, why are you telling us this? She was like, we look like real people. We look like real women. We all look different. And to that, I say, we hear this narrative a lot, Kimberland, ladies, you guys, we hear this narrative a lot from Hollywood, and I don't see it changing, unfortunately, because this is just the norm. And while there is opportunity to change, I'm happy to see Queen Latifah and the rest of the cast didn't capitulate to their demands because they know their value. But it's a space that hasn't grown and it hasn't evolved in this country. And it just looks to continue to drive Hollywood. It looks to continue where this is driving Hollywood to look at your features, and it's not based on merit or talent. I may be wrong, but I just don't see this changing, and it's unfortunate.
No, you're very correct about it. I think the change is quite some ways off. But you're very correct that this narrative is a consistent narrative, and when we're looking at the people that are put onto the screen, many times it's not people that look like us, like that just look like us, the average person. No, it doesn't look like that. So there is some work that needs to be done. It makes me think about the next story with Whoopi Goldberg and The View, where again, this whole like fat shaming, you need to lose weight, like type of thing. So there was, I don't know if you all watch Shark Tank. I used to watch it back in the day, and on Shark Tank is when people go on like with different inventions and stuff like that, and they're trying to pitch their product, right, to these sharks who are going to invest in their company. So at any rate, they had one of the hosts, Barbara Cochran, on the show, and she was talking about some genes. Okay, so we're going to play the clip and give you all an opportunity to see for yourself what was said, and put your reactions in the comments, because definitely made me.
Let's listen, because I didn't.
Okay, all right, so here we go.
They really are for everybody. They're great genes. Yeah.
Well, I have to try them.
You have to. They're
Will they fit this COVID?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they will.
That's what I would ask.
They fit this COVID.
Okay. Okay, if they fit two COVID, but we'll be fine. Yeah, she got some behind.
And when you get finished with those jeans and decide you don't like them, give them to me. I'm going to make 2 pairs.
Oh, right.
Barbara.
Okay, so now we don't like you. Wait. Let me just tell you something. Yeah. When Sarah Haynes and Jill Biden wore that dress already. Yeah. That's not true.
I cringed when I saw that. I cringed. I had to.
Whoopi was like,
yeah. I cringed when I listened to it again. I was like, ooh. Yeah.
So we had a question because again, already mentioned that this is far too common that happens. But how do you all handle when somebody makes a body-centric comment about you? And, I'll go on the line and say that it's not always about being plus size. Sometimes it's about being too skinny. So there are some people who really want to gain weight and they can't gain weight no matter how hard they try. And people will say things like, oh, well, you need to eat or you need to do this, right? So how do you all deal with these backhanded body-centric comments? I will go ahead and add that Barbara did make an apology video. It's on her Twitter. And she said her friend Whoopi, that she's known for forever, that she made a comment at her expense and she thought that it was funny and it wasn't. And she apologizes for anybody that she offended. And then her caption was, "Love ya, Whoopi." So she did apologize. So we just want to put that on there.
Well, thank you for putting that out there. I don't deal with it. I don't. And to your point, I get those comments. I've gotten those comments about being too small. I don't know how to deal with it. So I don't deal with it. I just don't deal with it. I hear it. I just keep it moving. It doesn't bother me. It might, but it doesn't bother me to the point where it's just mentally exhausting. Yeah, I'm whatever.
Yeah, I become the clapback queen. So I usually just say something because I look at myself every day. I don't need you to point out anything about what I look like. I look at myself in the mirror every day. So I just usually say something smart, and I just, because maybe that'll teach you not to do that next time.
I need to get better with clapbacks. All right, so Super Bowl 56, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, who else?
Mary J. Blige, Eminem.
Who else?
Eminem.
Oh, Eminem. Will you be tuning in? my face. I guess we're not boycotting anymore. And our memory seems to be really short, and I'm to blame as well. I passively watch NFL games. I went to a tailgate party yesterday. The pandemic wore us down, Kimberland. I think the pandemic wore us down. This lineup couldn't have been possible a couple years ago amid everything with Kaepernick. The NFL seemingly has won. And this largely Black NFL show, Carlin is still without a job, got the settlement agreement. Dr. Dre, his abusive past towards women has come back to haunt him. Snoop Dogg, meh. The rest of the lineup, meh.
I think the lineup is dope. I'm considering what Lakia said, only viewing during halftime. And remember, thank you, Christina just put into the comments that this is from the Jay-Z NFL collab. So this is him using his influence, right? And a lot of people were saying how he had sold out by collabing with the NFL and all that kind of stuff. I feel like I want to support that because I can see that he is using that to promote us. As far as the game, not really. The Saints ain't going to the Super Bowl, okay? Spoiler alert. So, just saying. But yeah, I want to support that piece of it because I do acknowledge that he is using his platform to highlight us. So I will be watching that part, probably not.
Okay. All right. What is our community?
It looks like the audience where they're kind of, our community is half and half. You know, some folks are like, yeah, and other folks are like, yeah, no. So we'll see. And to Karen's point, the performers also need to use their platforms to bring awareness as well. So I would be interested to see how they utilize this platform. And yeah, so let's see what it looks like. And I'm not picking on the Saints. I love the Saints. That's my team. You know, I'm ride or die. However, it ain't looking too good.
I'm not banking on my
so I'm gonna get off of that, and I would just say, okay.
All right. So this is interesting. We all have car insurance, right? We all have insurance. So this woman is suing Geico for $1 million for contracting an STD during her car cess. I don't know if I can say the word. I can't, but okay. So a Missouri woman is suing Geico for $1 million after claiming that she had sex and contracted an STD from a man in a car that was covered by the insurance policy. Follow me here, y'all. So according to the Daily Mail, the woman, who is identified as MO in court papers, claims that she and her then partner, identified as MB, had unprotected sex in a 2014 Hyundai Genesis in late 2017. And in 2018, Mo was diagnosed with human papillomavirus, HPV, and she claimed that she contracted it during her rendezvous in the car. And the woman has now submitted a coverage claim to Geico for $1 million because the vehicle, which is under MB's name, is insured by the company. I think she has a case.
Why? How? Prove it, as Elise said.
Because the verbiage, any accidents in the car, I don't have the actual, and I should have digged a little deeper.
Any accidents?
Anything that happens with the car, anything that, like, okay, if you burn yourself with the lighter, that happened in the car. You get an STD, that happened in the car. You get into an accident, that happened in the car. I mean, Geico is going to have to change their verbiage because technically this made it to a court where we are reporting on it. So I'm just saying she has some type of a case there. And are we just mad that we didn't think of it first?
I'm going to just say, okay. I would just say, okay, and we're going to see what happens. These comments are hilarious, though. I just want to say that. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lisa, I think they are doing too much, but like, yeah, we'll follow this story. We will follow this story for you, ladies. and urgent. I'm like, she got a case. All right, so next, United COVID-19 updates. So United Airlines is set to terminate hundreds of unvaccinated employees. So hundreds of United Airlines employees are set to face termination after failing to comply with the airline's vaccine mandate. And the airline started the process of discharging nearly 600 employees after they chose not to adhere to the vaccination requirement.
And that's going around lately, JetBlue and Southwest. So I don't know if y'all heard about that. Southwest, they had canceled like 1,000 flights over the weekend, and it is starting to be some of the blowback from their people who are not haven't gotten vaccinated. So they're calling out of work, and some of them are, refusing to come in. So it's not just United, also JetBlue. It's in the works that they're also going to be mandating vaccines, and they also may be losing a significant amount of workers.
I don't know. Okay.
It's going around.
So also with California, we talked about California earlier. They're becoming the first state to require COVID vaccines for students ages 12 to 18. For them to attend school.
Wow. So if they don't get vaccinated, then they have to, are they doing a virtual program if they don't get vaccinated? They got to, because it's the law for them to go to school.
I don't know. You're the teacher, so you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, they got to go to school, so they would have to put some type of virtual program in place for the kids to be able to get some type of learning. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that. I'm going to just say that. So interesting, very interesting. I know when I was in Brooklyn this past month, and they also have mandated vaccines, like to go to different places. I had went to get a massage, and a lady was asking, do I need to show my vaccination card to be able to get a massage? So it's like it's going around. So have you all seen it like at your places of work? I still firmly believe that someone getting vaccinated is their choice. I really do. And I am not in favor of these mandates, because I feel like they some kind of way are going to disproportionately affect people of color, no matter how we slice it. So I am not in support of them. So it's very interesting that California has done this for school like that. Wow.
I am. I'm not in favor of people losing their jobs, and I'm between both spaces. I don't want this to be a space where people are forced to inject things into their body that they don't want to. But I'm also like, if you don't want the vaccine, if you don't want to work there, okay, find another job. While it's easier said than done, if you don't want to work for a place that's requiring, like, I care about my safety. And if you're wanting me to come back to the office and you're not requiring your team members and your employees to get vaccinated, and I'm risking my health coming to this office, I am in favor of it. I am.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It totally said masks, right? Then we also have weekly testing that is coming out, or for some people requiring weekly testing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. So we'll definitely have to keep our eyes on that and see how that works out. So we do have some BLM updates, and I don't know if y'all out there on the TikToks. So you on the TikToks?
Passively.
Not on the TikToks. I passively am on the TikToks too. I have not got into like creating content on the TikToks or whatnot, but I do love this TikToker here. So this is Kabi Lame, and he is a Senegalese Italian TikToker. He's 21 years old, and he bursted to his famous, I think he was like the first or second most followed person on TikTok. Yeah, he is number 2 now, behind a white girl. So basically what he does is he makes fun of all those hacks Like, I don't know if you all watch any of those hack videos. Like, sometimes I wind up seeing them on my Facebook feed or whatever. And it's like stupid stuff. Like, for instance, if my phone was here and let's say my cord was wrapped up and then I do some kind of elaborate hack, right? So then Copy Lame is like, unplug. Ta-da. So that's what he does, like with everything. It's just super deadpan expression, and it's usually a bunch of non-melanated people that are doing these hacks. So at any rate, Copy Lame had shared a I'm sorry, I missed it. We don't have a picture. He shared a post where he said, "Say no to racism." Right? And people felt some type of way. So he lost a bunch of followers because he said, "Say no to racism."
America. Oh, it may not just be America.
It's not just America, right? It's a worldwide thing. But he took a stand and he basically was like, "I don't even care. I don't care that you all don't want to follow me. I said what I said. Say no to racism." You okay? So just really appreciated him taking that stand. But I think it's really interesting because, of course, like TikTokers are monetized, right? Once you get to a particular place, you start receiving money. So for him to lose followers, he's losing money. But your boy was like, bye. Whatever. Like, this is not the space for you if that's how you feel. So as Aisha said, good for you, brother. Okay, take a stand out here in these streets with this, because it is so necessary. Like, I just don't know why we keep saying stuff like this in 2021. But at any rate, there have been lots of stands that have been being taken lately, and we kind of want to talk about some of these and get your thoughts on what you think about what has happened. So Issa Rae, y'all know we love Issa over here at Conversations. So talk to us, Ab, about her resistance and how she has decided that she was going to resist.
Issa Rae talked about, I don't know who she talked with. I don't see the platform here, but she shared how once she was told to include a white character in her shows to move to the next level. And she said, I started actively resisting. And she says, quote, from the jump in creating the show, Insecure, she said, it was put in my mind that you need to have a white character to be the bridge. And she said, and for people to care, to watch your show, you need white people in your show, and to get awards, to get considered for worthy television. And she talked about how she spoke to herself, and she was just like, well, girl, if you want this to set it off, well, no, they told her, girl, if you want this to set it off, you need to put a white character in there, and then white people will care about it. NPR will pick it up and write about it, and it'll blow up, right? It'll blow up. And Issa was just like, no. Like, no, she stayed the path. She did have white characters in Insecure, but they weren't like vocal characters, or they were just like.
But she actually like wrote them out. She said she got rid of the whole storyline, like what was the word she used, where we did that or whatever, like the tutoring thing.
Yeah.
She actively wrote them out. Like, oh, y'all want to see white characters? Oh, let me go ahead on and just get rid of them, because that's not what this is. Like, that this is not the space for us to amplify white voices. They get amplified all the time. So guess what? We just won't have none.
Or to bring them in the fold, like to have to actually what's the word that I want to use, to actually actively like bring them in so that they can. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word to bring them in so that they can feel comfortable. It seems similar to Wonder Years right now. Like they wrote Wonder Years. It's an all Black family, and they wrote it in such a way, they're explaining the little Blackisms in Wonder Years so that it can be more palatable to white people. And I'm just glad that she didn't do that. And I hate that Wonder Years, this show that centers around a Black family, and they're having to write it in such a way so that white people can receive it, is disheartening and it's discouraging, because like you have shows that have done really well without white characters, because Nielsen ratings show that we watch television.
Right.
I don't know, but I do know, but I'm not active. I personally am not actively resisting, because I don't feel the need to actually have a proactive intent to conform and make myself more palatable to white people. For
that is resistance, Sab. If you're not conforming, that is resistance, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, what I mean is I'm not actively saying I'm not going to do this to make white people feel comfortable. I'm just being.
That's a resistance though.
Okay. I guess what I mean is I'm not saying that I'm not doing this to make white people feel comfortable. I'm just being like, you say it's resistance, but I'm like,
you know what you're doing, Sab?
I'm just like, I'm not intentionally saying I don't want to do this because I want to make white people feel comfortable. So I guess it's a form of inadvertent resistance, unintentional resistance.
Yeah, I mean, you're minding your black ass business is what you're doing, right? So it's not, for you to say that I am not conforming means that you are resisting. So resistance doesn't have to be like this active, I'm on the front lines of a picket somewhere, like I'm at the protest. That doesn't have to be resistance. Your being of yourself is resisting, because that means that you're resisting what society and what white people say is what Sab should look like and act like out here. So if you're deciding I'm gonna show up as me, that is a resistance.
Okay. I receive
and I think and that's why we have this question, like, what are we doing to actively resist? Like, for us to wake up every morning and say, I'm going to show up as Sab, I'm going to show up as Kimberland, that's a decision that we had to actively make, as opposed to, I'm going to do what I can. Like, I got to go put the tap shoes on and tap dance when I get to the job. Like, some people actively do that, right? So we're really like wanting us to think about, how do we actively show up in spaces to stay true to who we are as Black people, so that we don't feel like we have to contort and we have to bend and we have to do, different things in order to be accepted. So I know for me, like, when you say like the difference between active and passive, like for instance, when I went natural, when I cut my hair, I didn't do that thinking about white people. I was like, I am not about to sit up here at 3 a.m. and try to comb these tangles. I'm not doing it. Like, it was totally selfish, right? But what I realized in that was I decided to show up at my last job as me. So I showed up with my natural hair. I didn't feel like I had to straighten it or present a certain way that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to ingest it. Is that resisting, you guys? Is that Kimberland resisting, saying I'm not going to try to show up in this? I don't know. I'm learning.
Yes, it is resistance, because otherwise it would be, let me do what they think is presentable and what they think is acceptable. You know what I mean? So if I'm choosing not to do that and I'm going to show up as me, then that means I've made an active decision not to fall victim to what someone else is saying. To Diana's point, code switching, using your accent. Like, I remember when I was in college, I took speech classes so I could get rid of my accent, because people would say, I don't know what you're saying, and you sound like you're a vampire, and like all of this. I'm from New Orleans, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. And sometimes my accent be coming out. But I used to actively try to suppress that so that I would be more palatable. At this phase in life, I'm talking, and when my accent roll out of here, guess what? It rolled out, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, what did I say? When people are like, oh, you from New Orleans? What did I say? Like, no telling. But yes, I am. So not feeling that pressure to conform a particular way. And I wanted to add another layer to this, because we came across another story, and Sab is probably over there cringing right now. But Lizzo actually did a TED Talk, okay? And this, follow me here, as Sab said with the Geico story, follow me. So Lizzo did a TED Talk, and in Lizzo's TED Talk, she was talking about the history of twerking. Right. And we've talked about Lizzo a lot of times. And we know that Lizzo is absolutely actively showing up as herself, right? Who she is, who she wants to be, what have you. But what she was talking about with twerking. So again, I'm from New Orleans. Anybody from New Orleans would know that there was this artist, Cheeky Black, that came out in 1994. And we had a song called Twerk Something, right? But twerking didn't get popular and mainstream until Miley Cyrus twerked on the VMA, right? So then it was like, ooh, Miley Cyrus created twerking. Meanwhile, in New Orleans, we was like, we've been twerking since we was like 5, right? So Lizzo talked about that. And she also talked about how when you look at our ancestors, when you go back to looking at our heritage from Africa, where we all originated, that their dances involve a lot of twerking. Okay, now it wasn't called twerking at the time, but it's a lot of hip movements, a lot of gyration, right? A lot of, in the wine and in the whatnot. Okay, look here, girl, don't get me, girl. So it's a thing, right? That came from our culture, and it has been appropriated for white people to demonize it when we do it, but celebrate it when white people do it. So Lizzo did this TED Talk to talk about how she took back twerking. And she said this was her way to express herself, to allow herself to just be and allow herself to be free. So again, this was her active resistance to say, y'all not about to sit up here and take this from me. Like, this is in our DNA, honey. I'm about to twerk all over this everything. And let me tell you something. We was talking about, you remember last show, we were talking about like Chloe Bailey and like all of that. We talked about Lizzo. Yeah. Like, when you think about when the white people do it, it's so fine. But when we do it, we hold, we thought, we out here like, come on, bruh. I'ma actively resist, girl. Play back that thing up for the 9-9 and the 2. Girl. Don't get me started. So that is the active resistance. So we just really want to challenge you all to think about what you're actively doing to resist. And again, that doesn't mean you have to be on the picket lines, but what are you doing to make sure that you're honoring yourself when you show up?
Okay. All right.
You know,
I'm receiving it. I'm taking it in. Thank you for that.
You just need to twerk something, Sab. That's what you go ahead on it. Go ahead on and break it back right quick. Just let it out. Yeah.
I need
Girl,
to
you're
watch
working with
some
your bad
videos.
It is cash in. Well, I'm sorry. I got distracted.
She's from Minnesota.
What does that mean?
People in Minnesota. I'm sorry, y'all.
People in Minnesota don't know how to what?
Twerk.
Girl, people in Minnesota
it's too cold
up there.
No, I'm just kidding.
Girl, if you don't cut it out, you cut it out right this instant. Okay? Because I bet you if it was a twerk off, who gonna win? You or Lizzo?
Definitely Lizzo.
Child, she got me. Okay, she could twerk my behind under the table. But that's all right, because I'm a break my back. Okay, Lakia said twerking generates heat. That's how they're staying warm. They're twerking.
Oh, I like that, Lakia. I like that. Yeah.
So I see Jackie saying she's representing her culture with her garments, with her accessories, right? Like, yeah, let's actively resist out here. Honor yourself. Show up as you in spaces so that you don't feel like you have to be in somebody else's stuff, bruh. Like,
yeah. Okay.
You receiving, Sab? You receive?
I am. Okay. All right. So our mental health moment, you take it away.
Yes. So I twerk for mental health. No, I'm just kidding. But sometimes I do real talk though. When I'm having a day and I need some movement Twerking is one of those things. Like, honey, I will put me on something right quick and just be like, okay, and I feel better, you know. But at any rate, that's not our mental health goal. So, yesterday actually was World Mental Health Day, and it's really just an opportunity to pause, right, and honor mental health. You all know that we have a mental health moment every show. We talk about this all the time. But also on Friday, October 1st, it was World Smile Day. Let me see your smile.
You know what I like to say to some people sometimes? You should give that smile away because it's for free. I have on the back of my car, I have like a smiley face. You know the paint on the back of your car. You can point. I have a smiley face on the back of my car, so when people are behind me, they see the smiley face on my car. So I try to smile up.
Yes,
Kimberly,
I was giving all the smiles while you were talking. I was smiling. I was showing off my smile. So as you all are watching, you smile too. Okay, y'all go ahead and smile.
Yes, it's for free.
Because yes, it is free. And as we've learned many times, it takes so much less muscle to smile than it does to frown, right? So definitely want to think about some ways to make people smile. So we have 10 ways that we can make people smile, right? So one, leave a positive feedback or write a kind review about someone's service. Now, as a small business owner, entrepreneur, like reviews mean the world, right? So leaving a review is something that really helps. So writing some type of positive feedback or some kind of review. If you have something nice to say it. Right? How many times do we see another brown girl like walking around and like, okay, sis, I see you, sis, right? So actually say it. Like, don't just keep it inside your head. Like, actually put that out because that's a smile that you can give away for free. Help someone with their grocery bags or opening the door. That simple gesture of holding the door open or opening the door for someone often creates a smile. Show patience when you could show irritation, right?
Yes.
A lot of times we are taking our frustration out on the wrong person. Them people just trying to do their job. And we're frustrated at the situation and we're taking it out on this salesperson, but it's not really their fault. They're following directions, right? So extending patience when we could show irritation. Dropping off flowers or gifts when someone might need them. I personally love yellow flowers. So I am always, I see you got your flower. Nice.
Yes, I always have fresh flowers with me.
Yes. So flowers are something that can really help to brighten someone's day. Be a courteous driver, right? This is hard in some places, but what does it cost us to flash the lights and let somebody come in? Come on, baby. Come on.
In Wisconsin, I'm sorry, I got to say this. I absolutely agree with this one. In Wisconsin, because I live in Texas, we have some of the worst drivers in the world, in my opinion. And I am using my Wisconsin skills to be courteous and to be polite and to use my signal and to wave people off and to not use the middle finger. So just it really helps a lot. I find myself trying to train people to merge and training people in being nice when I'm driving. So I absolutely positively agree with this one.
Love that. So a few more. Bring treats to nurses. I'm also add teachers to this, right? Teachers going through a lot these days. Our healthcare workers, our educators, our essential workers. Clean up a mess. You know, if you see something or litter on the ground or what have you, like that, knowing that you're being better for the environment. Support street vendors, right? Again, these are people that are living for every dollar that are there. So when you can support them, and then prepare items for those that are experiencing homelessness. And that could be toiletries, that could be giving some of your money, or even like there are times where I bought stuff and I'm like, I know I'm not going to eat this. Like, here you go, right? So thinking about those that are experiencing a hard time. So our challenge to you is to spread some smiles, spread some acts of kindness. As Sab said, they are free.
Unaccepted.
So our beautiful brown girl spotlight is kind of cool today. So, Sav, you want to tell us about the lady?
Yes. So midwives, Black midwives. So there's these Black midwives in South LA. They opened up a facility with the goal to empower births. I don't know if specifically to empower women of color births, but we can speak to the Black mortality rate when it comes to births. So it's called Kindred Space in LA. They're a birthing center by two women, Allegra Hill and Kimberly Durden. They created a unique birthing education and support facility owned and operated by Black midwives. So they wanted to create a space where families could come and birth in peace and healthy. So stats here, Black babies born in LA County are 3 times more likely than white babies to die before their first birthday. And Black moms are 4 times more likely than white moms to die of complications related to pregnancy and childbirth. And Kim Durden says, Allegra and I haven't been comfortable just being like, okay, wow, that really sucks. All this terrible stuff is happening. She said, we have literally pledged our lives at this moment to be a part of the solution. And it makes me think of Charlemagne the God from The Breakfast Club. And while midwives are different than doulas. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like doulas and midwives are kind of like in the same vein. He talks about recently, his wife gave birth recently, and his wife had a Black doula, and how it made such the difference in their experience with having this Black doula coaching her. So situations like this and experiences like this and facilities like this, we want to amplify and we want to support and we want to just bring notice to, because it's just so it's just vital. It's important.
Yeah, we've heard Serena Williams talks about her difficulty when she was birthing. I believe Beyonce also talks a little bit about hers. There are lots of women that experience difficulty, and there are lots of women that are now opting not to go to hospitals.
Yeah.
And to have at-home births or go to birthing centers. So this kind of makes me warm and fuzzy inside thinking about that maternal and child health and providing those spaces with people who are going to take us seriously, right? When we get to the doctor and they're like, oh, you're not really in pain. Or, that doctors still believe that Black people don't experience pain the same way as white people. Like, so having a Black doula or a Black midwife is such an empowering experience to bring new life into the world. I love this. So Kindred Space in LA is their name.
So yes,
that's dope.
I love it.
That is dope. Awesome. So y'all, oh my gosh, this time has flown by. We got everything in. Oh,
wait. Do we? We got like a couple minutes. Do we want to do Kendall?
No. So it was so much that we have been able to talk about. Now we're here and to really appreciate you all for always hanging out with us, always rocking with us, like just being so faithful in all the things that we do. So we want to make sure that you are connected with us. I lost count. I should have counted how many first-time viewers we had, but to all of you that are first-timers, we want to make sure that you are connected to us. So again, making sure that you go to our website, beautifulbrowngirls.com, that you have connected with us on Facebook at Beautiful Brown Girls, that you have connected in our Facebook group, Beautifully Shaded, as well as Beautifully Shaded on Instagram and on Twitter at Beautiful Brown You. We want to remind you about our members space, right? Our members network, where this is our VIP experience at Beautiful Brown Girls. So you can go to members.beautifulbrowngirls.com to join that space. And we also want to remind you about our crowdfunding campaign. So again, if you go to our website, beautifulbrowngirls.com, you search crowdfunding, you can get all of the information we have. Like, you don't even have to be able to think about what to say. We created some things for you, but we also have the opportunity for you to just speak from the heart. So remember, if you want to give some type of testimonial and really talk about what Beautiful Brown Girls has done for you in your life, you can take a screenshot of this link here so that you can submit that testimonial. And that will really help us to be able to spread the word. And at the very least, you all, we just need you to share. We need you to share on your networks, share with other brown girls that you come into contact with. Let them know about all the amazing things that we are curating here for brown girls, so that they're really able to get connected to this movement. This is a movement, and we want to make sure that everybody knows about it. So having said that, Sab, please tell the people where they can find you and what you have going on.
Thank you. Let's see. What do I have going on? Oh, you can find me at sabjackson.com. All of my social platforms are there. Bet on a Black Woman podcast. I have not talked about my business yet. Or I wonder if I have. Anyway, yes, you can catch me on betonablackwoman.com. Maybe I'll talk about my therapy session, which I had today, which was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can connect with me there. All my platforms are there. What about you, Kimberland? Where can people reach you?
Awesome. And you all can
in
find
Mexico.
You all can find me on my website, KimberlandJackson.com. You can also find me on my Facebook page, Kimberland Jackson, on Instagram and Twitter at Kimberland J. I also have a podcast that focuses on childhood trauma. It's called The Whole Child.tv. And you can follow my journey in these Mexican streets on Minding My Black Ass Business on all of the platforms. So I'm going to create a full-on vlog situation where I'm just really talking about what it's like to mind my Black ass business out here in these streets.
And
so
to be a Black woman in Mexico, living in Mexico.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to hearing what that experience is like. Because
there are actually a lot of us here, believe it or not. So there is like this mass exodus that is happening. So I'm actually connecting with a couple ladies this week.
Look at you.
To talk about some things. Yeah, so it's amazing. So definitely, if you all want to follow that journey, over on Instagram at Minding My Black Ass Business, or on Facebook, Minding My Black Ass with 2 Z's Business. I also have paraphernalia and merch on the website. So if you go there, you can grab a t-shirt, you can grab a notebook, you can grab a face mask, and I'm going to be releasing some sweatshirts really soon because it's now sweatshirt season.
Does it get cold
so, what'd you say?
Does it get cold in Mexico?
No, girl, it's hotter than a mother here. It is like, it is hot, okay? It's like 91 degrees, okay? But I knew that before I was coming, right? So I don't have any winter clothes with me because there ain't no winter. But for all of you all who are in places where it gets cool, you might want to have you a sweatshirt that is a statement. You looking for active resistance? That's a way that you can actively resist. Just be a walking billboard, and I appreciate you.
I love it.
So having said all of that, y'all, we just love you all so much. We will be back in 2 weeks. We are here every other Monday, same time, same place. So definitely make sure that you come back, hang out with us. The Brown Conversation does not stop here. It continues in the comments. It continues in our members network. And if you all continue to share the broadcast, more brown girls will be able to get connected to us and really be able to benefit from what we do. Alexa is like, girl, it is time for this show to end, okay? So on that note, y'all, we're going to bid y'all a good night. We love y'all with everything in us. I know Alexa's like, girl, it is time to go. We love you all so much, and we will see you next time, okay?
All right.
Smooches. Bye, y'all. Be good. Make good choices. Bye.